Hi everyone, Lee again here. Even my mental health takes a turn for the worse sometimes when something in your life happens unexpectedly, or you get some bad news, you have an argument with someone. Things like that can knock us down, can knock our vibration down for 1, 2, 3 days. And it's during these times you feel like all the work you've done with your awakening and your spiritual journey kind of isn't there anymore. Okay, it's as if you've kind of lost all the abilities you had when you were happy, because something's come and knocked you down from all that. So one thing we try to do in this situation is try to escape. We'll take drugs, we'll go and drink alcohol, we'll go and even caffeine's a way of escaping, which there's nothing wrong with this, because sometimes this is the only thing we can do to feel good for a few hours, a few minutes, whatever. But what I want to talk about in this video is what to do in those 2 or 3 hours and 2 or 3 minutes to improve your life overall. So when I'm having a bad day, usually I'll drive somewhere in my car. I'll park somewhere where there's things happening, so I have something to look at to distract my mind when I need to. And I'll probably get a coffee from a coffee machine at a garage, something like that, which is what I'm doing today. I've just had a nice cup of Costa. Coffee can sometimes help you relax the mind. Some people are too sensitive to it, but other people can handle it. But it's up to you to find what helps you. These are known as permission slips, and these help us generate a state of mind that's temporary, but eventually we can learn how to incorporate that state of mind without the substance or without the permission slip. But what I want to really talk about is what to do during this time when you're going through a hard time to try and keep yourself sane. Because when you're at a level of awareness like us, sometimes you can feel like your mind's punishing you, and it's as if reality isn't real anymore. You're haunted by things around you, because it brings back a previous state that you've been in another reality, in the past, what we call the past. But the past is actually the present, because when we get in this state, we relive in that state again in the present moment. And because this state's within us, we can then choose to relive that anytime we like, you see. So how do we kind of prevent that being relived when we're going through these traumatic experiences or these negative days? One way that I do it is I'll have a coffee, I'll sit and relax, I'll close my eyes and I'll fully contemplate what's happened, the reason why I feel negative this day, etc. And then I've tried many ways of doing this, okay, but the only thing that brings comfort is love. Okay, when you see the situation, see who's involved in the situations or whatever's happened, go down to that deep love in your heart for other people, see things from their eyes, use compassion, okay, respect yourself, know your own worth, because sometimes these things that happen can be your fault or they can be somebody else's fault. It happens both ways, but realize when it is your fault. And if you do realize by contemplating that whatever's happened is your fault, which sometimes it is, forgive yourself for it, okay? Have love for yourself as well as them. Even if it's their fault, have love for them. Just feel love for them. Remember that they're only human, okay? Everybody's only human. Whatever anyone's done to piss you off or upset you, they're human and they've done it for a reason. So when you realize this, you realize everything's love. It's just all shown in different forms. If somebody gets, say, pissed off with you, or somebody has a go at you, or someone's rude to you in a shop, whatever, that's all done out of love, okay? Because the only reason they root here, or they get triggered, or they get pissed off with you, is because they feel like they're lacking something, and they're doing this as kind of a reaction to that lack. Because that lack ultimately is the lack of love. So the reason all this happens is because there's a lot of love missing in the world, okay? There's a lot of love that isn't shown by people because of ego, because they're so depressed themselves and kind of feeling a bit selfish, you see. So if we counteract that by being love, showing love, then what happens is, as you're contemplating, the answers will just come to you, okay? They'll kind of come as a subtle energy, and they'll slot into place in your mind, and they'll be like, okay, this is how we fix this situation. Respect them, love them here, love yourself here. This will cause this to happen, because ultimately everything is love, okay? If you're a loving being and you project love and you are love, whatever happens, okay, whoever has a problem with you, it'll always disappear, because love is the most powerful force in the universe, you see. So love will take over all that negativity eventually, okay, when you realize it or when they realize it. It doesn't matter either way, because eventually they will realize it and you will realize it, because eventually everything falls down to love. And that's why love is so important in this reality. And when you're on a higher level of awareness, you understand love more than anyone, and you understand how love works and how it slots into place and how it builds and how it fixes all negativity, how it levels out. And it is the kind of the reason for the polarization of positive and negative. Love is always in the center of it all, you see. And when we don't feel this love, that's when sometimes we can go in the wrong direction, which a lot of people in the world are doing. But when we fully understand love and bring ourselves back to it, only love will kill the demon in these situations. And if you contemplate on love and use love instead of anger, frustration, then it will fix itself. Okay, it'll literally fix itself. And that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do, guys. That's it. See you guys in the next video.